morning, everyone. My name is Ellie. I am a junior studying government and art history at 𝗟𝗧𝗧'𝗦, and I'm so excited to be taking over the AIFS Instagram today to show you a day in the life in Florence. Feel free to use the little question box right here to ask me any questions you may have about travel, culture shock, my experience with the AIFS, and any other thing that piques your interest. So right now I'm heading off to class with one of my roommates. We have painting, which is all the classes are amazing, but this is one of my favorite classes. It's longer, you start your day on the right foot. So I'll show you a little tour of the classroom when I get there. But then you can see this beautiful view of the river. Our apartment, we're lucky enough to be right on the river and only about a 10-minute walk to class. All right, so I've made it to the AIFS building, which is in 𝗟𝗧𝗧'𝗦 with this stunning courtyard. I love it, it's crazy. But here are the stairs to get to the main classrooms, but I will be going right here and painting for the next few hours. So here's some examples of some intermediate and advanced projects. We had to do a self-portrait and then a sculpture collage of sculptures in the loggia right outside a piazza. And so here's some more examples. Everyone has their own style and variation. Here's one of the advanced painters. Here's some more self-portraits. And yeah. And here's mine. All right, so I just finished up with all of my classes for the day. What's really nice is that on Thursdays I only have 2 classes, so you can start your weekend early. If you're traveling, you can make plans to leave on Thursday instead of Friday. And yeah, so I just finished up my last midterm. It's been midterm week, so if you have any questions about the workload, how much I had to study, that kind of thing, I'm happy to answer those questions as well. So this is a really great question. What's really nice about the AIFS application is that it is very straightforward. There's no essay that's required. The biggest thing is just collecting all of the materials that they ask you for, so your passport information and a lot of personal information, just so you're who you are and they know that you're a student. The biggest challenge, I would say, that wasn't even very much a challenge during this process, was getting instructor approval. So it's different for each university, but AIFS does require you to select courses that you think you want to take and then present them to either a professor who's the head of your department or a major advisor, so they can make sure that you get the proper credits transferred back to your home institution. So I am taking 5 classes. I found that it's pretty split between students who take 4 and 5 classes, but I found that it's fairly manageable still. Each class is an hour and 40 minutes. Art classes are a bit longer, but once again, they go by fairly fast, and a lot of times you're taking trips and little outings in Florence. And so on Mondays and Wednesdays, I'm taking Palaces and Villas of Florence, Women in the Arts in Italy, and Elementary Italian. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I am taking painting, Italian culture and traditions, and yeah, that's it. And then Fridays are free. So I've been lucky enough to go on a lot of trips for my classes. And so for my Palaces and Villas class, we've toured a lot of palazzos that are in Florence. We'll do a walking tour inside. Our professor is very knowledgeable and it's very engaging. For my Women in the Arts class, we've gone to the Uffizi and done a guided tour there that was specified towards what we're studying. We also have Friday day trips, not every week, but some weeks. So tomorrow I'm going to visit the 𝗟𝗟𝗧'𝗦 Villas. That's about an hour away. And then last week I went to Bologna for my Women in the Arts class, and we visited some cathedrals and learned about some significant women artists. So they're very engaging, very fun, and it's just another way to immerse yourself into the city while also learning. Yes, AIFS does provide meal vouchers for students. You can opt out if you want to purchase your own meals, but there's a really amazing list to choose from where you can use your vouchers. That's usually where I go. If I want to go out to eat, I will choose one of those. So you get two types of vouchers. One is a breakfast voucher that is worth €5, and the other one is a meal voucher that is worth €15, so you can use that for lunch or dinner. And you get 17 of the meal vouchers, 20 of the breakfast vouchers. No, I did not know anyone before coming to the program. There are two other girls who go to my university who I met during our school's pre-departure orientation, but besides that, I came in not knowing a single soul, and I have made so many amazing friends, not just my roommates, but people who I've made in class, people who I've gone on trips with, who I've done AIFS-sponsored activities with, and it's just been really amazing, and I know these will be lifelong friendships. So here's a quick apartment tour before I head off to dinner. We are on the second floor, so we walk up this nice little stairway, and this is our door, very pretty. You walk up a step, and I have three other roommates, so it's 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. And so this is what it looks like when you first walk in. This is our living room, and we have these really wonderful windows in every single room, which I love. I'm excited for it to get warmer so I can keep them open. But this is our little street and what our view is. And then there's a drying rack. Unfortunately, we do not have a dryer, but this is our kitchen. We are very lucky to have a full-size fridge and a freezer and a microwave. Little snacks over here. All right, now on to the bedrooms. Unfortunately, my roommates are out of town right now, so for their privacy, I'm not going to show it, but it's very similar to my bedroom and my roommate's bedroom. Here's their bathroom. We pretend like it's University of Tennessee themed because it's orange and white. And then this is my bedroom. Here's my roommate. It's very big. We have these beautiful beams. Our closets are huge, which I love because I overpacked. And then here's our bathroom. It's also very large, more drying clothes, but we have a shower. Our washing machine's in here, and we have more windows. So it's very lovely and it's very comfortable. Yes, so if you opt into the AIFS flight package, which I did, it'll not only provide your arrival or your flight when you arrive to Florence, but also when you leave from Florence, and included in that is your transportation from the airport to the hotel where we initially stay. Absolutely. So one thing that was really important to me when I decided to study abroad was to make sure I didn't stay in an American bubble and I just simply lived abroad. And I believe AIFS and the classes that I've taken and the activities I've chosen to be a part of, they have done a really good job, not only immersing myself in the culture, but also giving the proper context to understand why Italians value specific institutions and have certain traditions. In my Italian culture and traditions class specifically, I do believe that I have gained a lot of insight into why Italians value the things that they value as well, and that can stem anywhere from why they value certain types of music, certain types of movies. We talk about Italian grocery stores, so really anything about Italian culture I've gotten really great insight into. So my takeover has nearly come to an end, but before I leave you, I wanted to give some final words of advice or pieces of information that I wish I knew before I studied abroad. And the first piece of advice would be to go outside of your comfort zone. Florence is a very popular study abroad destination, so there are specific restaurants and bars that cater very specifically towards American study abroad students, and I'd encourage anyone to go outside your comfort zone and go to those restaurants that may be off the beaten path in Florence. or may not be catered specifically towards American and give you that really authentic Italian experience. I'd also really encourage anyone who's thinking about studying abroad to walk everywhere. Florence is a very walkable city and it's beautiful. You never get bored, you hardly get tired, and it's a really great place to explore and just kind of see what's around the corner. Lastly, I'd encourage anyone who is on the fence about learning Italian to absolutely take an Italian course. I knew very little Italian coming in to my time with AIFS, and I'm so glad that I decided to take a course. My instructor has been so helpful, and it's just very rewarding being able to have those basic conversations with other Italians, or being able to even order in a different language. And my last piece of advice would be to visit museums. As an art history major, I'm very biased, but the museums here are some of the most amazing in the world, in my opinion, and it's really convenient for students because it's €2 for entry, and every first Sunday of the month entry is free. Thank you all so much for following along a day in my life. If you have any other questions about what it's like to be a Florence student, any questions about the visa process, the application process, I'm happy to answer any other questions that you may have. I will include my Instagram handle right here, and yeah, I hope you'll have a great rest of your day.